Hello.
Hello, let's go to this address.
Perfect.
Here I am in Middlesex Street. Let's find number 36.
Right.
33.
There it is. 36.
36, right here.
Those are big numbers.
I know. Very helpful.
Hello, sir. What do you want?
Hello, Ma'am. I would like to speak with Mr. Levy. Do you know if he's in?
I'm Mrs. Levy, his wife.
Levy.
He's not arrived
I
yet.
don't know.
Do you know when he'll be in?
No idea. You know, he works at the butcher's and helps at the slaughterhouse. It often happens that he doesn't come in until early morning and then leaves right away.
Well, listen. As soon as your husband Joseph returns, tell him that
My husband isn't called Joseph.
you aren't the wife of Joseph Haim Levy.
No, of course not. I'm the wife of Jacob Levy. Mr. Haim Levy used to live here with his parents.
whose door
but he
opened there?
moved.
Mommy!
Oh,
Who's
jeez.
the man
Oh!
you're talking to?
Oh.
But this poor child has syphilis. He carries the mark on his face.
Leave us, children. Go back inside with your brothers and
Uh-huh.
sisters.
Yes, Mother.
I'm confused.
As I was saying, Mr. Haim Levy doesn't live here. He works in a butcher's near Aldgate, but I don't know exactly where. But if you find him, he will surely live next door. Butchers always live near their work.
Could you possibly give him a message on my behalf?
I don't see him often, and
Oh,
well, even
jeez.
though we know him, we aren't on friendly terms, you see?
What?
Is he bothering you, Mommy?
No, Simon, not at all.
Get out of
That's
here,
all
you.
you have. It's strange that he has light hair.
He takes after his father. Strong, with light hair.
Wait, he sounds familiar to me. A man of about 50 years old, very big, at least
No,
6
he's
feet
gonna get an
tall,
accurate
left-handed,
description.
correct?
You are mistaken yet again. My husband is only 32 years old,
Uh-huh.
no taller than 5'3",
Uh-huh.
and he's right-handed.
Exactly
Obviously,
as
there are
we
many
expected.
Levies in the area. I will leave you, and I pray that you'll excuse the disturbance. Perhaps we will have the pleasure of meeting again. Farewell, Ma'am.
Goodbye, sir.
That's him.
Oh.
Daddy!
That
Let's return to Baker Street.
is
Let's go
Jack
to
the
Baker
Ripper.
Street.
Oh.
We found him.
Well, Watson,
no one
not
else
looking
has.
so good.
Correct.
Whose fault is that, Holmes? If you hadn't shown me your masterpiece in clay.
Some actions have much larger repercussions than would be assumed at first glance. Listen, Watson, in a few minutes I will leave Baker Street in order to meet Jack the Ripper and put an end to his crimes. Beforehand, I want to go over all our discoveries to assure myself that everything is clear.
Jack the Ripper? You know the identity of Jack the Ripper?
Apparently.
Without a shadow of a doubt, Watson, and I assure you that we are in possession of all the elements required to determine who Jack the Ripper is. Would you like to do this work with me?
Sure.
This is gonna be a big corkboard.
Well, we are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson.
This is gonna be massive.
Ooh.
So these are all the pieces that we have figured out slowly but surely.
So, all of this,
Leads to...
he diverted the attention.
That is correct.
Okay.
There's so much here.
Proceed in the same way.
Yes. It is the same
Same
man.
man.
Yes, it is. And it is the
Same
same
man.
man. Yes. He possesses great physical force. He definitely killed all of these people. Correct. Down. There are 5 pages.
What? Oh, sweet heavens. This is complicated.
And these are all this is everything that we put together so far.
Okay. Now we do this.
Is or was
it
a butcher. Correct. See, some of these are pretty quick. Some of these have more work to do, but not necessarily.
Okay. So this top one. Killer kept going at his... What?
No,
He
he
wanted
to
to-
verify the health. He removed the victim's organs when he could. Correct. Down.
Okay, so this one.
He was looking for money or objects of value. Because he is
He's
poor.
poor.
And he is definitely right-handed.
Right-handed.
He has a score to settle with the Jewish community.
Apparently.
He wants to give them the appearance of syphilis, and finally, he was confronted with syphilis.
Perfect, Watson.
Got all that
Let's determine who
string.
Jack the Ripper is, Watson.
They have a separate one.
Huh.
Where?
Probably on the other side.
Right here.
Oh my gosh.
We have
We
an
have
easel.
5 suspects. Let's add the elements that correspond to each of them.
We thought it was gonna be Abraham.
You're a suspect!
Right?
Even the Walter guy is a suspect. Oh my gosh, Beep Beep's a suspect!
Beep beep! Okay, so.
It's pretty easy at this point, but... What do we have? Is confronted with syphilis. Hardiman was. Levy was. That's it.
Okay.
Next.
Now we have poor.
That's Hardiman, Levy, and Solomonovich.
Poor. Butcher. Hardman.
Yes. Levy and Solomonovich.
U.S.?
He was.
Oh, he
Was.
Jewish community.
Levy and Solomonovich at this point.
Whoops. Oops, I just.
Oh, you just kind of... That's fine. I don't think that'll affect anything.
This is great physical force. Whoops.
Or strength. That's Tumblety
Tumblety.
and Levy.
Is that it? Are all of them right-handed?
Oh yeah, that was already set
Oh,
up.
that was already set up.
Are there no more?
Confronted with syphilis?
No, keep going down. Keep going down.
Oh, murderer with light-colored hair and mustache.
That's Levy.
Whoops.
I swear.
Where
Oh,
are
there.
those?
That would be
Levy and...
Hardiman.
Ah! Is that it?
No. Keep scrolling. Lives in the ward of Aldgate. That'd be Hardiman. And that'd be Levy.
It says no.
Oh, excuse me. You sure?
Yes, it was red.
That's weird.
What is it supposed to be?
He does, though, doesn't he? Oh, then take it off. Screw it. We don't need it.
Okay. 5'3".
It's Levy.
Ah, let me put it on. No, let me put it.
Now you've added a gap, and now it's hard to put anything on it. You got it.
Okay. I'm like, holy cow.
Place. Yeah, that is
Place.
Jack or Jacob Levy. Just put his face on it.
Oh,
Actually, that matches up really creepily.
yeah. Do we? Oh, okay.
And
win.
there you go, Watson. Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper.
Fantastic, Holmes. And terrifying. But some aspects of this case are still unclear, at least for me.
For example, Watson?
Why does the man only kill prostitutes?
The man kills prostitutes because he blames them for the misery of his life. He must have frequented them assiduously, and during these nocturnal visits, he contracted syphilis, which he passed on to his spouse, and via her, at least one of his children. He is an angry man in despair following a mistake that cannot be fixed.
Why does he only kill such miserable prostitutes?
He never had the means to afford prostitutes of higher standing than Nichols, Chapman, and the others. At one point in his life, he was forced to steal to make ends meet. This indiscretion cost him dearly. He was imprisoned and exiled from his community. He had frequented low-class prostitutes. Thus, it was they who infected him, and they who must pay.
But why did he remove the organs?
to take vengeance on his own community, which rejected him and had more success than he. He is a man who bore the burden of a sinister reputation, that of a thief and a madman, because of his internment. So he took his vengeance in the most cowardly and horrific manner imaginable. He rubbed his knife on the uterus of a sick prostitute before using it. He passed Edow's kidney off as a veal kidney.
Why did he disfigure the faces of the last 2 victims?
Revenge yet again, Watson. This is what you did to my child. You will suffer the same fate.
And the piece of apron and the message at Goulston Street?
The only reason to have placed the piece of apron incriminating the message and attracting attention towards himself is that the people that Levy holds responsible for his arrest live in this building. The butcher's where he committed the theft is found in Goulston Street.
Isn't that tricky?
And the majority of the butchers
Ron
who denounced
Obvious is
him
one of the
surely
names.
live close to their workplaces.
Look more closely.
But finally, Holmes, why didn't his wife or anyone else notice anything?
His wife has many children and must be very busy. The man is a butcher, which must facilitate things when one is questioned by the police in the street and must justify the bloodstains on oneself. Furthermore, butchers often work during the night as the meat must be sold fresh each morning. His nocturnal absences were easily justifiable. Finally, he works in the butchers or slaughterhouses. Nothing could be more simple than slipping a kidney in here and using a knife soiled with human blood there.
This story is frightful, Holmes.
That's the
Indeed,
point.
Watson.
Yeah.
Lies, infidelity, venereal disease, murder, mutilation, and finally cannibalism. A complete anthology of what
course
humans at
cannibalism.
their most vile are capable.
Let's go at once to Whitechapel and put this madman where he can do no more harm, Holmes.
Let's, Watson.
Let's. Oh, we're going right there. Look at this, it's raining. What do we do?
That's a good question. There's some people standing at the side, aren't there?
Do we just wait?
Now there's a group of people over there. I would go talk to them.
Okay. Is this the group running?
I do believe we are not alone. I hope these men won't prevent us from passing.
Me? No. But you, yes, Watson. Your journey ends here tonight.
Pardon?
You're sometimes a little hot-headed. And moreover, Mr.
Remember when you almost
Saunders
shot a
has
guy?
few things to tell you. I won't be long.
You can come in, Mr. Holmes. He's waiting for you inside. Everything was organized according to your instructions.
Wow.
I don't know how to thank you.
Later. Dr. Watson is awaiting an explanation from you.
Yep.
Wow.
Your family is ruined. Absolutely ruined.
Who was that guy? Why is he just sitting there?
An extra guard, because we arranged it this way?
Oh. Why can't we hear?
That's a good question.
I want to hear this.
I have no idea what the game is doing at this point.
I want to hear this.
I have no idea what it's doing.
What? It looks so cool. Background music's pretty neat.
This is quite a long scene to have nothing being
Now
heard.
we're just leaving.
Yep.
We're taking the chair with. No, we're just sitting further away. Oh my
You're
gosh.
gross. And it disturbs me.
Now he's standing up. Oh. Is he gonna kill us? What is he doing?
I don't know. We are having frickin' visions or something. So let's just assume that this makes
This is
sense.
so weird. Why is he scraping the ground?
Again, Allie, we're
Oh
just
my
having
God.
visions of stuff. So
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
this is called theater.
What's happening? Look at him. He's just scraping the ground. This is like some moves, man.
Yeah, let's just say he knew what he was doing. And he was very distraught or something. Ah! I'm really
Look, he's miming
He
now.
is miming. I'm really
Look at
frickin-
this.
You know, I was really hoping for like a show tune and some dancing, but I suppose this works.
Wow.
This was worth all the time that we put into this
This
game,
is
I
so
swear.
worth it. This is so worth
To see
it.
everything acted out in like a blank room
Oh my
just
gosh.
for fun?
No sound required.
Absolutely not. Just
Barely holding on to his...
this
He
is
literally is acting
all you need is like a
out.
monkey with like the frickin' box, like
Right.
the handle, just to make like calliope music or something. We hear absolutely nothing. Nothing is happening besides him just going crazy, which he was crazy. So, and he
Give
is.
him a maniacal laugh.
Is he dying? I can't tell.
He's like passing
Did he have a
out.
seizure? We're done. We're
Just
done with you,
walking
man.
out. Enough
I
with
give it
this
2
show.
stars.
Oh my gosh, that was it?
Yes, that happened. So, let's see if we explain it to Watson at all.
Please tell us we get sound at some point.
Hello, Watson.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Have you the slightest idea what you are doing?
I think so, Watson.
Leaving this bloodthirsty pervert at liberty and hiding his existence from the London police? What folly!
Certainly, the police will never find their man, but with so many men deployed, this affair will indirectly have a benevolent effect on the crime in the vicinity.
But Holmes, wait! Justice hasn't been served, and we are accomplices to the fact.
Justice? But I don't serve justice, Watson. I serve truth. And incidentally, I serve my country, and I don't think that I have ever served it better than today. Imagine if after months of terror and a murder as abominable as that of Miller's Court, we deliver to the English people a man of the Jewish faith, a journeyman and head of family as the guilty party. A man who forced members of his own people to eat human flesh.
Seriously?
All of this contained tension
Yeah.
would have exploded in a myriad of anti-Semitic acts which would have thrown Whitechapel into a rage of fire.
It would have been like electing Trump, damn it.
And this man's family, who are completely innocent and have suffered more than their lot, would have been the first in the line of sight.
See?
Should we condemn an entire people to shame and promise them 1,000 wounds because one of their members committed an unmentionable crime?
We're protecting
Neither
the
I nor
faith.
you have the right to do so. Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper, is now in the hands of his own people. I have complete faith in Mr. Solonovich and the members of his community who, I remind you, courageously helped us. They took great risks and acted with the most salutary discretion. And, oh yes, it is understood that you cannot chronicle this investigation. It would be best to invent a story that takes us far from
Which is
London
exactly
during some
what happened,
period
actually.
In pursuit
Really?
of,
Yeah, that
let's
in
see,
1888, it was the Hound of the Baskervilles.
challenging. A ghostly dog that glows in the night.
Oh,
Don't be ridiculous,
gosh.
Holmes.
Uh-huh.
But what will happen now? The police will endure a serious setback and a real loss of credibility. And this man?
Well, a few months after the murders have ceased, the police commission, finding themselves at an impasse, will come up with a story to tell, and everyone will vow that they know the secret identity of the killer without having the right to reveal it. As for Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper, he will be imprisoned by his own people. He will pace like a lion in its cage until the end of his days, haunted by his crimes and his insatiable vengeance, until finally the disease which drove him to kill those poor women will finish its work and make him its final victim.
and that's...
That is all.
Oh.
Jake, yeah, he was
so
real.
this was an actual person.
Uh-huh. And the
Ah.
case was officially closed in 1891. I believe with... I don't know if it was periodically opened at random for other things, but that is all.
So, then, when we say it was that person, is that most likely who it was? Or because it was... Like, they say it's publicly unsolved, but that doesn't mean that someone knew.
I'm going to
Right.
guess that Frogwares invented a lot of background information to this case that...
Wasn't actually a thing?
Correct.
Like
That
the
otherwise...
Jewish part that we don't know about? Or is that-
Again, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. What's the name of these people?
They have a last name,
Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein.
Or... It's the Russians, so I don't know how much they... Obviously, they took enough time to do it, to, like, make this, I feel like, pretty historically accurate.
I think, yeah, you would assume so.
Uh-huh.
So,
With a lot of explanations as to how, if someone like Sherlock Holmes, were to have investigated at this time, he could have done so. So, and an explanation as to why nothing was ever actually solved again.
So that means there are 6 people total killed.
Yes,
There
in
is
the
one
end.
more.
Yes. If we assume that the first victim was
Was?
actually associated with it, which I'm not sure they ever did.
Oh. I'm like, heck.
I can't tell for
You
sure.
might as well use this and say, bada bing, bada doom, history.
I'm not actually sure. It's like,
Yeah.
the fact that we can even consider saying it's like, that sounds plausible is amazing. So,
Yeah. That makes it interesting.
but yes, if you look up a list of Sherlock Holmes stories by year, I believe this is the only one that was set in 1888. So, conveniently over the time of the Jack the Ripper killings.
You mean like,
In the canon, Doyle stories.
oh,
If you, we're all set to years, I believe.
I thought, I'm like, don't they all have dates or no?
At least they should. So, yeah,
And that was the only
chronologically,
one that was in that year.
I believe so.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Yeah, conveniently over the Jack the Ripper.
Huh. It's so weird how it all fits together. I guess in this game I was expecting more like actual of the murder versus like,
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, we're dealing with real people,
yeah,
which poses that kind of problem.
that's true.
It's like, how far do you want to go to make these,
Like,
to put like real victims in a game where you try to solve their murders?
ah,
Of course, it's tough, yeah, because basically it's like these people are famous for the sole purpose of the fact that they were killed by Jack the Ripper.
mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they would have been lost to history like all the other like prostitutes in London. But
Yeah, exactly.
no, I think this game just did everything very well. How about that?
Yeah.
Because Frogwares is awesome. And my gosh, this took a very, 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 very long time.
These credits are going. What do you mean, the game in general, or the
This is a
credits?
long game.
This is a very long game,
which worked out well.
Yeah.
It's too bad, honestly, that somehow they worked with Big Fish Games. I honestly had no idea. Somewhere in here.
It has Game Boomers as well.
That's true. Yeah, that's
One of the theories.
exactly. So this is not suggesting that this is accurate in any way, but any reference to persons living or dead and their acts and related events is theoretical or coincidental and should not be taken as fact. Exactly.
But I mean, it's like, makes sense.
That's the thing. It's just like they made it make
like,
sense.
It makes a lot of sense. So you might as well, call it for what it is. Do the credits keep going? Or what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think we're gonna see anything else.
No.
It might just stop here and not load anything else.
Great. Well, that's it. Wow.
You can watch them again. They're down here.
They were so great, man.
Okie doke. See you next time.
Bye.